BarCode TV. Hey battle rap community, this is Light. Just gonna give you a light recap of what I've just experienced live, which is a battle rap event. KingJuice.com happened in St. Louis just last night. It was a great card. Matter of fact, I still have the band on because I literally had to go to work right after the event. But yeah, as a disclaimer, this is my thoughts. Light. Twitter, Mr. Light Me Up. This anything I say does not necessarily reflect the same thoughts as BarCode TV, Chilla Jones. This is strictly light thoughts on how I feel. And the point of this video is to talk about the event. As out of respect for you guys, of course, I'm not going to manifest too many bars. I'm going to try to keep it really low-key towards that. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I just want to give you insight on, in my opinion, which battles is the ones to look for when they drop and which battles are just kind of whatever. Just in my opinion. So take it how you want it, but this does not reflect anything of BarCode TV. Alright, let's start this off. The first battle that came up was X Factor versus Tone. Shine's in the background looking at Harlem Shake videos. He's into that stuff right now. And it's not the same Harlem Shake I'm used to, so but he's really enjoying that. But keep on doing that. If you hear something in the background, that's what that is. And it's not me. Anyway, X Factor versus Tone. X Factor, we all know him from URL and such like that. He's from representing Michigan. Tone is also who is his home field advantage because he's from St. Louis. Quick one-rounder. Very good battle. Not great battle. X Factor went first, and as usual, he has hilarious material. He just has that hilarious, comical presence, and it's very good. He did kind of slip up a little bit. I felt, in my opinion, he redeemed himself, but the way he acted was kind of like how X Factor was when he first started. You remember when he first started, before he was wearing the caps, he used to have young mouths behind him. When he first started, he used to choke a lot, and it kind of reminded me of those moments way back in the days. You could probably catch those battles on YouTube, but he redeemed himself. His material is pretty good, so I'm not gonna totally say it kind of ruined the moment just a little, but that's how it goes. Honestly, I'm gonna be the one to say it. Even with the slip up, Tone didn't really slip up, in my opinion, but I think X Factor's material was just a little bit overtoned, and I gave it to X Factor. I don't really care what you guys say. This is what I gave it to. So it was a quick one-rounder. It was a pretty good battle on both sides, though. Tone is not whack at all. Can't wait to see him in future battles. Can't wait to see him progress and see him see what else he has in store. But I'm gonna quickly go through this. Next battle I'm going to talk about is the B Magic versus Jus Juice. I'm going to be cool with it. Both of these guys are from St. Louis. B Magic is somebody we all know. You saw him against Real Deal, Chilla Jones. You know, he's his material. This dude's a genius. Man, I really want to tell you the bars he's got, but I don't want to give it up. But I will promise you, if they release this video, the bars he has, like, is replay value. I know some of them probably kind of went over my head because I was still paying attention to what he said just a few seconds ago. I couldn't even catch the ones that was just flying over me, and that's his style, and I like it. He's very entertaining. Jus Juice was more into the personals. He had a objective of exposing B Magic, I guess, and I'm not sure if it came quite effective because towards the third round, not really sure what happened, but tension came and things started to get a little physical. I'm just keeping it at that. Things started to get physical. He said some things, and it was I think it was some miscommunication because Jus Juice a few seconds afterwards tried to repeat his line and emphasize what he said to B Magic and said, I don't think you heard what I said. I really didn't mean what you thought I said. It was one of those type of things. It was going to be something physical happening. I'm not sure what was said to cause that, but I'm sure it's something that they both know about, and I think it's dealing with something personal that I'm not even going to talk about because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But it did take a rise out of both of them, and they were ready to get down, Police came on stage, of course, to control the situation. So there was really no third round, really. I'm gonna give it to B Magic. I'm gonna give it to B Magic. Jus Juice, he said that his third round was gonna be crazy. He's gonna expose him fully and such, but he decided that he didn't want to do the third round. I'm not sure. That's what happened. So it was an unfinished battle, but it had a lot of tension. So I didn't really see Jus Juice after that. I saw B Magic. I didn't get a chance to speak to him afterwards, but I give it to B Magic. The next battle, Metta versus Swave. Metta was actually on the last King Juice. First time I heard about King Juice was from Metta versus Cortez. Not sure if that was the first battle or not, but that's the first battle I seen. It did at Fat Buddha Studio, and Metta did okay. Metta is one of those guys. He's really lyrical, but I think he's too lyrical. He's not too lyrical. He makes too much of an effort to be lyrical. And sometimes you make people climb that mountain, and when I'm saying climbing that mountain, we're following your whole setup. But you can't have us climbing Mount Everest just to see the view, you know? I hope that metaphor makes sense. He takes us to this journey, and it's like we try to get to that punchline, and I don't think he has a big enough punchline to have us go through those 8 bars. Not hating on the guy, of course. He's very good, and I believe he'll be great in an open mic session with smooth beats, and it's all about lyricism and stuff like that. But for as a battle and aggression and trying to do the setups and schemes, it did not work for me. Maybe some people are fans of that. Some people like T-Rex, and some people hate T-Rex for the same reason. So I think that's how it is about Metta. It's too wordy. Swave, on the other hand, I see what people talk about when they say he's a bully. On camera, on YouTube, you know, it's like this guy with glasses, kung fu, yada yada. I don't really, but now I see what people talk about. You can feel the aura, the presence of the bully mentality. I'm not saying that Metta was shaking in his boots, but you can tell how his presence was affecting him. He took the glasses off. He's walking around the stage. He's a big guy, and I can kind of see what people mean by that. That he is a bully. And of course, you know, Swave was pointing out Verb and such like that. We knew that was gonna happen. He wants Verb, but I'm kind of on Verb's side with this. If you're not putting up the money, why should I even bother? I'm not gonna do this stuff for free. So cut Verb a check, and if he then says no, then you can say, okay, he's punking out. But if you're not putting up any money to support Verb in his efforts to battle Swave Sevah, then he doesn't have to answer to anybody. But I give Swave Sevah that win on that. I think it's a pretty good battle to watch. Another battle, Hitman versus Math. I like this battle. I think this battle is actually better than Math versus Pat Stay. I kind of thought Pat Stay edged the Math battle. Oh my God, you guys hate me now. I don't care. I think Pat Stay took that battle. This Hitman versus Math Hoffa, I think I didn't really have high hopes for this battle at all, but I really grew towards a liking of Hitman after this battle. I liked him in the John the Don battle, but I like his presence and how he performs. He doesn't have the lyricism really up there, but it makes up with the performance, and I can see what he means. Like it does really even out. Like it does make a good package with Hitman. I don't want to give any lines away, but I can't really tell you guys that. It's worth the watch. I just wish that his microphone was more efficient. I'm not sure what was going on with Hitman. He's the only MC throughout the whole event that had problems with the microphone. It was not his fault. It was just there was a lot of feedback for some reason. There was a lot of technical difficulties. I'm not sure if it was the way he was moving around that created the feedback that from the front speakers or not, or maybe they should have had shut Math Hoffa's mic off, because when they got close, I noticed that's when the feedback was coming in. But you know, you can't really tell technicians how to do things, so I did not even want to voice my opinion on that. But it was a really good battle. Math, I believe he got that first round. Can't really say what he said, but it's worth the watch. I just hope when they release the footage that it comes out blocking out the feedback, because there was a lot of times Hitman Holla had to repeat a lot of stuff, not because we couldn't hear him, but because the feedback was so bad, and it kind of ruined the moment. like when you first hear the line, you're like, yes, that's crazy. But you have to repeat it over, it's not that same reaction. So when people watch the video and they say, man, that didn't get no reaction at all, it's because we just heard it a few seconds ago, but he had to repeat the whole setup again. And it happens, but it's a pretty good battle overall. The next battle I'm gonna talk about is Young Ill versus O-Red. You know what? I'm gonna put that battle over here for a second, and I'm gonna go straight to the last battle, Cortez versus a Verb. I'm gonna talk about that Young Ill O-Red situation in a second. I'm gonna say that for last. A Verb, classic A Verb. When he's at home, it's like he's untouchable. If you've seen that battle with Hollow the Don versus A Verb, look, check that video out. Just check that out. That's the type of Verb that you've seen. The crowd was with him, and he was saying, it's not like he was saying average lines and they was reacting hard to it. He was actually saying some good lines. You check my Twitter, I had to leak one of his cool lines. His cool lines, just so people can know what level he was on. And it was a pretty decent battle. Cortez, I like Cortez, but it's like he has everything. He has all the requirements you need to be a battle MC, but he's missing something. I just don't know what it is, but he's very talented in what he's doing, and it was a very good battle. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the crowd was kind of biased a little bit on the Cortez situation. They didn't really react to the bars like you would expect them to, but once it hits YouTube, you know, it's all out. People are going to decipher, and it's going to look way different on camera. I just know, and you're going to have a different judging scale. So that battle can go either way. All right, not really sure what just happened with the camera. It cut off when I was talking about the A Verb versus Cortez, and you know, I'm not one of the type of reviewers that cuts in footage, and I usually do everything in one take. So not really sure. It kind of threw me off. But basically with that battle, what I'm saying is, my one statement is that it's going to look different on camera. I know that's one of those battles. I think it's a good back and forth, and even though it didn't really relate well with the crowd, whether it was differences of location or where you was from, and if you agree with the person or not, I know YouTube is more of a global thing, and they're more unbiased, I would say, with their judgment. So I think it's hard to say that the A Verb killed Cortez. I'm not going to say that. I think on camera it looked more of a back and forth. It may even look like a classic, but live, A Verb got that for sure. And with the whole concern people leaving during his Cortez last round, I mean, that's not necessarily because he sucked, because I know I had to leave early myself. I had a drive ahead of me. I had to be at work soon. And I'm sure other people were thinking they had to beat traffic. This battle is going to be on YouTube soon, so missing a few bars may not change your whole outlook on the battle. So Cortez don't feel too bad, you know, that's how things go. Oh, okay. So that's the battle I was supposed to talk about last, but I'm putting back that Young Ill versus O-Red in. Okay. This battle actually happened before the A Verb versus Cortez battle. Okay, with the Young Ill and O-Red situation, I know you probably got battle rap fans been on Twitter. It's, you know, to some people it's not new. I don't know. All I know is I wasn't there in Chicago when Young Ill was facing Cortez. I heard rumors, and I was hearing rumors it wasn't the same Ill. It was a damaged Young Ill. It was Young Ill with problems, and he wasn't focused. And I wasn't there, but I think I'm guessing this was the same Young Ill that showed up in Chicago. He wasn't focused. Honestly, I was pretty impressed with his freestyle effort during the first round. I will give him that. He was talking about previous events that happened a few minutes ago with the previous battles. You know, it was pretty cool, but as he went further into the round, you realize this guy's not prepared at all. He's not prepared. He didn't take no effort towards O-Red, which is the worst dish you can give any battle rap MC, is that you didn't prepare for him, because it makes it feel like you're not even relevant to them. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure the situation. All I know is Young Ill was an unstable person at the time. It was more than a battle, I felt. You can't fake nothing like that. That's how I feel. And I'm not giving him no excuse at all. Like I said just a few seconds ago. He was unprepared for the battle. You can't give anybody excuses, slack for that, because this something happened before, and you guys know I mess with Young Ill heavy. Check my page. I'm a fan of Young Ill. I'm only a fan of a few battle rap MCs like Chilla Jones and other people. I'm only a fan of few, and Young Ill is one of them. And when you're a fan of someone's music or efforts, even when during the downsides, you still try to show some type of support, but still keep it real at the same time. So Young Ill went further into his verse, and you realize he was unprepared. He was saying a lot of things that really wasn't relevant. He was saying a lot of things that had the crowd at all, like, but not in a good way. They was thinking, because no one wanted to boo Ill. You know, no one wanted to boo him, especially it's his city. The crowd didn't know what to do at certain points. It was just silence at times. And what happened? Well, but on Red's point with his rounds, he was beastly. He was prepared. He was saying things. If this doesn't make Red look like the best battle rap MC in the world, I don't know what will. And honestly, I give Red the win by default, because he wasn't really facing the MC at that moment. He was going against someone who wasn't ready to battle, but he did not ease up on Ill at all. He actually did the best rebuttal that I heard in a long time, and I can't wait for you guys to see this rebuttal he had for Young Ill. It was tension, guys. It was things that was said and people wanted to fight. People from the entourage wanted to fight. A lot of people had to hold other people back. It's exciting, but not in a good way. And the only reason I really ask you guys not to take this as comedy or some type of comical purposes as something to laugh at, because I've seen people in that type of state before. And you can't fake that. That's all I have to say. You can't fake what was said. And even in the first round, he gave light of what was going on in the previous events with him, what he was going through, and it kind of made you think, make you think about Young Ill. I'm not saying that he should stop battle rapping, but he did say that that was his last battle and he's going forever. You know, hopefully it's a Jay-Z type of thing with the Black album, but he did say that. And some people may say it's no coming back from something like that, because I'm not sure if they're going to release it, because the battle did not finish either. I think it only made 2 rounds or so. I'm not sure. It got so dysfunctional after a while. It was just all over the place. It was something that I never saw before. Because, I went to the other battles, especially I saw the Verb versus Hitman, and I seen, and let me say this before I leave I see now, it's not all of it. You see the influence that URL has, and you can tell the difference of who promotes what and who, and the professionalism. And there's a difference. No matter what battle MCs is on the card, it is important who's behind the event, whether it's URL, KOTD, because it says a lot about the professionalism and how structured everything is. And honestly, not hating on anyone. This is Light. My Twitter is Mr. Light Me Up. I'm just keeping it real. Hit me up if you hate me or you like me. I don't care. It was dysfunctional from the get-go. It was not structured right. Not complaining, but things were not set up like they were supposed to be. It lacked the professionalism. But this is King Juice first few events. Things get like that sometimes. I'm not complaining. It wasn't that bad, but I seen battles structured better, and the setups were better. Entourages knew where they had to be at. The fans knew where they had to be. It was times when people were taking advantage of getting away with things, and it was making it harder for people who paid their money to be in certain spots. And there was people who didn't pay that much money that sneaks into a certain spot to be at to watch battles. It was pretty unfair for those people. I mean, people like me made sure they was where they were supposed to be, but other people weren't as aggressive about that. And the fact that you had to be aggressive after you pay your money to be in let's say the VIP or stuff like that, and people who paid $40 less than you are there in your way, you know, you have to be more caring of the people who's paying tickets to see your event. And that's with anyone. That's not just for King Juice. It's anyone. You have to step your professionalism game up. It's really important, because people will not go to your event if you have a bad reputation. They will not. And that's just how it is. But that whole Young Ill situation, I'm giving O-Red the battle by default. I'm not sure if they're going to release that battle. Maybe so for the hype. It wasn't a good battle, but O-Red did this thing. Props to O-Red, and that's about it. I thank you, BarCode TV, Chilla Jones, allowing me the opportunity to be on here. And thanks guys for watching. This is Light. You guys check me out on my YouTube page, Mr. Light Me Up, Twitter as well, MrLiteup. And that's just how we're gonna do it. Peace out.